against the Boston Celtics. We got 1, 2, 3. We got 3 more games before we hit March. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 games in March, guys. 15 games in March will be good. Once we reach March, though, it's going to be 15 games we have to do. So we're going up against the Boston Celtics right now. I'm probably going to make it to February 29th so we can go through March and stuff. So he's going up against the Boston Celtics. So let's focus on that.
Go use the restroom.
Yeah, I got enough battery life for it, though. Got enough battery life.
I'll be right back. Gotta use the restroom.
Need to open up because I got all this dog. Why you in the car if you ain't gonna do another witness, dog? Them big shit, and then y'all need to see another dentist, dog. We set like way back, dog. They go way back, way back. Disrespect, we don't play that. You can get in your wave count. Oh, dog. You was in the house playing Tendo. I was on the block with the J's at. Oh, God. I'ma stand up.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. The beaches of Santa Monica and Venice, not too far from our setting today, the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics as they play against the Los Angeles Lakers here in Staples Center. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, Kemba Walker is a multiple-time All-Star. But from his first seasons in the league, stardom was not assured. Even he said, I never saw myself playing at this level. There were times I didn't know if I even belonged in the NBA. I guess you could say I'm surprised. Now, Kevin, every player has those doubts at the beginning, but few overcome them the way Kemba has.
David, he's come a long way. Thank you. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for LeBron.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Walker and Smart, the guard. Enes Kanter is out there with Beasley, and it's Tatum in at the small forward position. And for the Lakers, Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Kyle Kuzma is out there with DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Harris in at the point guard position. All-Star break is come and gone. Clark, most guys, I'm assuming, just come back and hit the ground running, or does it take some time to get your body acclimated to the routine again?
No, I think it's pretty quick to bounce back because it's not that extensive a break. I mean, a week or so. And most guys, I think, while they rest and relax, are still putting in a little bit of work so that they can hit the ground running when the break is over. He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
For the Celtics, they come into this one following a loss to the Timberwolves. And Green gets it to go.
Green is a world-class sniper. Lazy. Excellent shooter. Great at getting his puppy set on these shots from deep.
It's stolen by Harris. And here we go. Fast break. LeBron's got it. And slam dunk by Harris.
Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
You know, you push it after a steal, there's almost no chance the defense can get back and recover.
Harris against Walker. Pass to Beasley. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Beasley, no good on that one. One thing about Kyle Kuzma, Clark, he's not a ball stopper. When he touches the ball, he is shooting it.
I would not disagree with you there, guys. He is fearless looking for a shot. He hunts his shot aggressively, and he's very efficient. He doesn't need a lot of dribbles, but one thing I like about him is that he doesn't hold on to that ball long. He's going to make a quick, decisive move or get it out of his hands. Talk about a great start. 3 of 3 from the field to get the game going. They're cooking with gas, folks.
Fades. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
You know, for such a young player, Kuzma has a tremendous amount of confidence and seems to be comfortable no matter where he is and what the circumstance is.
Now here's Smart. Coming in off a 10-point performance last game out.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
That is the savvy of LeBron on display. Doesn't just convert, but draws the foul and has the chance to tack another one on his point total.
And LeBron James, Clark, climbing the all-time scoring list. Last season passing Michael Jordan. This season, Kobe Bryant. Clark, any chance LeBron someday passes another Laker great, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, for the most career points in NBA history?
I think it's simply a matter of his health, because if he stays healthy, then it's not if, but when. By the time his contract runs out, guys, in 2022, he'll be right in that neighborhood of my all-time favorite player, and I think the greatest player to play, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Smart. And no good. The tri-spell continuing for him. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive. And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now here's Smart. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. It's stolen by Green. And James with a clear path to the hoop. And LeBron throws it down.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. A go-to scorer's mentality for Kyle Kuzma, Clark. He's got a wide array of shots at his disposal.
Well, I don't know if there's a more versatile scorer as a young player in the league than Kuzma. You got the turnaround jumper, the sky hook, step backs, drives it aggressively. Boy, he has got a lot in that book bag of his.
Checked in for the Celtics. Brown comes in for Smart. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You look at Boston. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far.
And you know, for the Celtics, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
Harris kicks to Green. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Green's got 6.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Tatum's shot is off.
Hey, you know, I like the competitive spirit, but when you look at it, I think he rushed that 3 a little bit because he was trying to get back at his opponent.
They get it again. Out to Harris. Launches it. sinks the three-pointer. He has 7.
Nice start as he's knocked down 3 of his first 4 and has hit the ground at high speed.
Walker against Harris, and stolen by Harris. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break from deep LeBron, and another 3 for the Lakers. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
Well, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Time call here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Their last encounter was in Boston.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
And I really think, Greg, they've got to find a way to produce easier baskets. I mean, whether they do it by running in transition or getting to the free throw line, they don't want a repeat of that past performance.
Substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee is checked in for Cousins. Contavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Green. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Harris. And then for Boston, Williams comes in for Cantor. And Daniel Tice subbed in for Tatum. Here's Williams. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
You know, still a raw talent, but Williams does have a reliable inside game that continues to get better.
Back to Caldwell-Pope. And there's the pass to McGee. Over Williams. McGee's shot is off. Celtics trail by 17. From outside the arc. And Tice gets it to go.
Terrific awareness that time from Walker. Nice job getting his open teammates to rock.
No good. Now the Celtics take it the other way, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Live by the 3, die by the 3. If you're perimeter dependent, you don't really know game to game how it's going to go.
You know, I think the lack of success from the perimeter really did them in. They just couldn't get it going from there.
Here's Rondo after the basket by Boston. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for them later on.
Now, here's Brown. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Passes it to Hayward. And stolen by LeBron. Caldwell-Pope pushes to Rondo. It's stolen by Tice. Now Walker really struggled in the loss against Minnesota. And here's Brown outside, kept wide, and out of bounds as the Lakers take possession. It could go. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And so it's Los Angeles. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels. And it's gotten them up big. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, the Lakers are pretty much in control here.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
On the court right now for the Celtics. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Daniel Tice out there with Hayward. And it's Williams at the center position. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope drains the three-pointer. Clark, you love players that can put up double-doubles, and we've got a lot of them in the NBA.
Oh, there's a bunch of them. Joel Embiid comes to mind. You think about Anthony Davis. Who's on your list, Kevin? I know you cover the league so closely. Who else is in that group?
Well, I know at the top of the list was Andre Drummond at Detroit.
That's right. That's right. He had, he was about 80% of his games in the double-double legend.
And Rudy Gobert, Utah was up there as well, I think number 2. So we've got these big men helping in a lot of ways, which they need to do. It's Brown with the drive. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 3 assists in the game.
And Brown is quite aggressive. I mean, a masterful penetrator who can take it to defenders when he drives.
Now Hayward. Following the three-point attempt by Avery Bradley. Second shot opportunity and foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
The Celtics have shot just 1 free throw, missing that one earlier. First free throw is good.
And the energy of Williams, it's infectious. Amazing at using it to block shots, rebound, score, whatever they ask of him.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. And then for Boston, Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. And Smart subbed in for Kemba Walker. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Los Angeles leading by 14. Rondo passes to McGee. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope sinks the triple. Caldwell Pope's got 6 in the quarter.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Now here's Hayward. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Brown, good.
The Rio, come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Pulls up. Nice shot by Rondo. Rondo's got 5.
And how about Rondo here, just all over with the handle. Remarkable how he just knifes through the defense.
Celtics trail by 16.
You talk about players that have transformed their bodies in the NBA. How about Gordon Hayward? Has added muscle every year while maintaining that speed and agility.
And the defense, no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. Kuzma, that's good.
The timing, the rhythm. Kuzma really does a nice job catching the defense off guard with those catch-and-shoot jumpers.
Now here's Beasley. 17 points for him last game against Minnesota. And there are the Celtics with another basket. You know, Greg, when he came into the league, Hayward looked so young. You almost don't recognize him now.
I mean, the suit of armor from his time in the weight room and the hair looking sharp to match.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past. But the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be a movement by free agents that has led to dominant championship teams. Although the Warriors pretty much have built their championship team through the draft.
And Los Angeles And some changes. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for JaVale McGee. Green comes in for Bradley. And Harris subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Now, here's Green. He has 6. No good on the triple. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Tatum against Caldwell Pope. Tatum kicks to Beasley. Now the dish to Brown. Rocket 6. Smart on the wing. Poked away. And here we go. Kuzma heading to the hoop. And Kuzma slams it in.
You got to keep Kuzma in front of you, especially in transition. Once he gets behind you, it's done.
Celtics trail by 16. Smart passes to Beasley. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound for Los Angeles. They've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Here's Harris. Hits the jumper. Harris has got 9.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Beasley. He has 6. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's off the back rim. No good.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baiting him into it.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Some changes here for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Beasley, and it's Kemba Walker in for Brown. Celtics trail by 21. Walker finds Cantor. 1:30 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Walker. The teardrop falls in.
Walker does a good job, really solid job at filling out the defense. Takes a lot of pride in keeping them off balance with the floater.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard. 3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Yeah, and Greg, you know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shootout this team.
Smart gets to Walker. Green with the ball. He's picked up by Walker. Here's Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
That's just an incredible find coming from the big man. No debating Cousins' smarts on the court. He picks out a pass there that not many guys would have seen.
The Celtics have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. Walker in the post, and by Green. Count it.
Just good aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
High post Cousins. Caldwell Pope pass to Cousins. over Cantor. And there's Cousins. That's good on the assist by Caldwell Pope.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. And with as many three-pointers as they drink, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. Back to the action after this word. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Boy, what a crowd joining us here for our halftime report. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. It's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what do you think?
How good are these guys on the fast break? They're pushing the ball, finding the open man, finishing strong. They're at a breakneck pace, and if they can maintain this level of intensity in the second half, blowout city.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
Well, they gave up too many good looks. Look at the field goal percentage against them. This tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. One guy who's been getting it done is Danny Green.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Harris in at the 1. That's the Laker 5. The Lakers shooting an unreal 70% from the field, making a mockery of this defense. James with it, now guarded by Smart. Over Smart. No good from LeBron.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Walker against Harris. Walker's shot is off.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
Nailed from three-point land.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Now here's Smart. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Beasley. Shot clock at 6. Kuzma with the defensive effort. The drive by James and finished off by LeBron.
And LeBron is a force rolling to the rim. When he's diving inside, he's looking for the punch.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Shot's good by Walker.
There it is, the first basket of the half after missing their first 3 attempts.
Outside, Green. LeBron outside. And nice passing here by Los Angeles. There's Kuzma. Cousins trying to free himself up. And Kuzma with the basket on the assist by James.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Walker dishes to Tatum. Got a piece of it. And stolen by James. Here's Harris. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Harris has got 16 points.
A nice start to the second half. Just one miss in their first 5 attempts.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Smart finds Beasley. 6 on the shot clock. A floater. And the rejection by Cousins.
Clearly out of rhythm now, guys. I mean, just 1 for 5 to begin the second half.
And it's Smart with the ball for the Boston Celtics. Clark, you ever think we'll see a player coach in the NBA again?
I don't think so, Kevin. The role is just so demanding. You know, it requires so much, and there's so much scrutiny now. I don't think you can effectively play and coach in this day and age. No, I don't think you'll see it.
Last one we saw was Dave Collins back in the late 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. That's a long time ago, man.
With the Boston Celtics.
Yep.
Here's Tatum, following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. Smart kicks to Tatum. Over LeBron. A nice shot by Tatum. 8 points for him.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
There's the double team with Walker. Fires it up. And again, it's the Lakers.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
That one drops for him. That's now 8 points for Beasley. Here's Harris. 16 points for him. On the wing, James. Over Tatum. Again, Los Angeles.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Now here's Beasley. 8 points for him. Here's Tatum. It doesn't go for him. Good D by James. Rebound, Boston.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Smart passes to Walker. No good from outside.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Beasley comes to the double team, to the paint. LeBron with the bucket. James has got 6 in the quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The Celtics have gone somewhat so far, 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Walker looking for an opening. In the corner, Smart with it. Just 5 on the clock. Plays it up and banks it in.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
And Smart over to help. Cousins finds Green. For the 3. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Cousins against Smart. The Lakers with the rebound. Cousins has got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside, Green. Pass to LeBron. And the shot is good. James has got 16.
Yeah, they call him the freight train. LeBron James, when he's coming down the court like that, good luck trying to stop him.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Probably can make 2 more videos and I'll be done for the day. I got to work in the morning at 9. Won't be able to make no more videos until
Here's now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Boston, Ojale is out there with Williams. Then there's Jaylen Brown. And it's Wanamaker in at the point, so it's Boston now. Following the three-point attempt by Avery Bradley and stolen by LeBron. And the dunk by James.
When LeBron's able to get into those passing lanes and come up with steals, he's looking to punish the defense at the other end.
And for the Celtics, they're shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. It's Brown on the wing, guarded by Bradley. Brown, the pass to Poirier. Back to Brown. Lets it go with a three. Good on the triple.
You know, the three-point shot, guys, is something that Brown continues to improve upon. It's important for him to be knocking down these looks to expand his offensive repertoire.
Here's Ogilvy, covered by LeBron. Celtics passing it around. Brown wide open. He fired. No good with the wing jumper. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And Bradley gets it to go.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Wanamaker. He's covered by Rondo. Here's Poirier. And he dunks it down.
Boy, Brown, not just a super athlete, folks, but he's got excellent skills as well. A tremendous floor general.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee.
You know, that's just sloppy basketball, giving away a possession. No real reason for that turnover.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Daniels is checked in. Pass to Wanamaker. To the left wing. Ogilvy kicks to Williams. The pass to Wanamaker. Here's Poirier, guarded by McGee. The shot by Ogilvy, no good. Lakers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Pass to Daniels. Lets the three fly. Hands it from downtown. Daniels has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Yeah, you got to respect the awareness level of Rondo. When his teammates have a clean look at the basket, the ball gets there without hesitation.
Here's Ogilvy. Pass to Poirier. Here's Ogilvy, guarded by McGee. Here's Ogilvy. The shot comes out.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Poirier after Rajon Rondo's bucket. Ogilvy passes to Brown. Clock at 6. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Again, the miss by the Celtics. LA's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Rondo. Excellent D there from Williams.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Now, flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Clark, a lot of fans ask us what qualifies as a legal screen versus a moving screen. They feel there's a lot of gray area there. What do you think?
Well, I think there is some gray area because the problem you have, one of the problems is a number of veterans out there have become really masters at getting a little extra into their screen, which borders on illegal and many times is. So the league is doing a pretty good job of clarifying. If you're moving your lower or upper body to help a teammate with your screen, then that should be called. And most times it is called as illegal. A hip check, a shoulder, any of that to set a screen is illegal.
Here's Wanamaker, and here's Brown outside. It falls for his 5th field goal tonight. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Hey guys, you're not going to slow down Brown when he's scoring the ball like this. I mean, he's simply on a tear right now.
Good. We'll come at us, and we'll come coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Brown outside. Back to Wanamaker. Up and in on the layup.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a golly win for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And the wins continue to come in fairly easy for these guys in what's been a very strong year, to say the least. Tonight will push them up to 56 wins.
They simply refused to let their opponent off the hook in either game this season. And that's why they're going to finish up the year with a 2-0 record in the season series against Boston.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for LeBron.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
Here's Wanamaker. Down low. Here's Poirier. Good.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
And it's Cook with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. On its way from Caldwell Pope for two. That one rolling around and rims out. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they got it on autopilot and they look totally dejected.
We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Caruso kicks to Cook. Fires from deep. The shot missing. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin, with Danny Green. And Danny, we know how good a shooter you are, obviously, but you have really incorporated defense into your game. Now, how important is it for you to show up at that end?
Very important. I mean, it helps the team a lot. My job really is come in, bring defense, and a lot of energy.
Well, mission accomplished for you tonight, Danny. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you later.
Alright guys, the next episode we'll be going up against the New Orleans Pelicans, so we got two more games. Golden State and Memphis Grizzlies, that will be in March. So we got two more games, as you can see. We're going up against the New Orleans Pelicans. Basically, we won that game against the Boston Celtics. But if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm post mostly every day, every week, whenever I have free time. Yeah, man, I catch you guys in the next video. Hopefully.